Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe class, Magneous from the Infernac universe. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him on the side, and yep. New Legacy United box for the Deluxe. You can see him there in his vehicle mode right there. You got Transformers and United logo, and you gotta get the purplish, kind of purples and blues all over the place. You got, up top you have the Legacy United logo underneath the little flap there. Over here you have some nice pictures of his robot mode. A nice close-up of his face. On this side, of course, you have the line-wide artwork right there. The left side of it, anyway, in the 40 years of Transformers. And down the bottom, you have manufacturing details and what's included and all that stuff. And on the back, you have copyrights, warnings, and the product shots. And he's one of the armorizers. And they're showing some of the stuff you can do, although it's not everything. And there you go. Also included are the instructions, which are he's actually pretty straightforward transformation and whatnot. So, may or may not need them, but, they're there, and they're useful. So, Magneous. For some reason, I want to call him Ignatius, but yeah, he's Magneous. He is another one of the Rock Lord homages. Again, not an actual Rock Lord before anyone jumps down my throat about it. But he's an homage to the Rock Lords, and yeah, you can see getting in close a little bit. He's very craggly looking because, well, he's a rock dude. He's a rock man dude, and like... he's kind of got a pseudo crown looking thing. He's got these golden eyes, and he's got the black mask there, and he's got, these, rock wheels for a chest. And there's that big old hole there, unfortunately. I wish there was something to fill it in, but there's nothing. Again, you see a bunch of rock detailing and stuff. It's kind of neat looking. Some vents right there on the shins, or kneecaps, and he's got little turtle toes. These are turtle toes. And he doesn't really, well, he doesn't have a backpack as is right now. And he's got a little flight stand and everything, and a little flight stand port. And yeah, he's very, very gray. He's very shades of gray and with bits of black thrown in too. But yeah, he's overall a pretty neat looking Transformer. He's again one of the whole, I put him under that line of kind of interesting concept. I don't think 100% totally works, but Well, not 100%, but yeah, it's again that big gap right there. I just wish there was something filling in. No doubt the third party will do something about it at some point, but there you go. It's otherwise a decent, a darn good looking robot. He does a couple things here, namely this, which is, well, one of two things. You can either, one thing you can see, it's just kind of a bit of a carpet, but you can do one of two things. You can either A, plug onto his back right here and give him a bit of a backpack if you want, or you can also put it in his hand and like it's going to be a shield at that point. You could just peg into his hand and it'd be a kind of a shield-ish thing or something. You can have that as a somewhat shield. He also has this thing, which is, of course, you can see it's a bit of a pickaxe. Also very rock-like, and you can just, put that right there if you want. That's a thing. And there's his weapons and whatnot, and there you go. Overall, pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward guy, but he's kind of neat. He's actually a pretty neat little robot. Just in general. Just the only thing I would say, just because he's a rock, he's mostly gray, and visually for a lot of people that may be generally just be kind of uninteresting to say he's just mostly gray. But posability wise, he does have, I believe, a ball jointed head, or it might be just a swivel, but it's very tight on mine, so it's hard to tell. It's also that the platform it's on likes to move a lot, so I have a hard time. Yeah, I think it might be just a swivel. I have a hard time. Any which way, it is ridiculously tight on mine. I can't get it to move other than left and right, so it might just be a swivel. His arms are in a swivel right there, so you got, full 360. There's an outward joint right there. There's a bicep swivel. There's an elbow bend, which is about 90 degrees. His wrists are on ball joint, so you do have swivel there, and unfortunately, a shallow peg. They're doing this thing now, and I'm noticing shallow pegs for everything. They need to stop that, like, now. Yeah, they have wrists are on ball joints, so you got left and right, rotation, and they can go curl inward if you want that to happen. He has a unhindered waist joint, even with the backpack on as well. That's unhindered. That's nice. The hips can go forward about that far, back that far, outward. They go pretty much all the way, which is nice, and even then some. He's got a swivel right above the knee. He's got knee joints, which can do a pretty darn good curl. And his feet, well, they have tilts, so you see. They also go forward and back a bit, mostly forward, but a bit back, enough to get some good poses out of that as well. So there you go. His posability is pretty darn good. Pretty much what you expect for a deluxe, with a little bit extra thrown in there, here and there. Now, as for comparisons, I'm going to compare him to his other not a Rock Lord that's come out so far. Boulder Crash, who, yeah, definitely smaller overall, but, you know, there's something there. And just because line wide usual, you know, because the whole, you know, unified scale thing and all that stuff, here's a Earthrise Optimus. Just for comparison. So there you go. There's that. Now, transformation. It's actually got a pretty straightforward one. For first, take this and take that off the side. Unpeg that, and we'll put that on his back where, you know, it'll stay. Now, right here, what you want to do is, I'm going to go ahead here and untab the arms from the sides here. They kind of tab in pretty securely. And untab those arms and kind of pull the back side away from the front. And sometimes the arms will retab a little bit. But yeah, you pull the back side. It's kind of, you don't want to do that. Yeah, you don't have to put this on to the end, but you know, I just do it anyway. You can see kind of pull this kind of away from it, kind of pull the chest forward and all that stuff. You see it's on a hinge, and then you can bring this up like so, like that, and then you go ahead and take the wheels here and bring them out, and they'll tab into the side here like that. They're very secure, like so, and then rotate the head inward like this. They'll kind of snap into place at the last second too, which is interesting. Now the arms here, what you want to do is you want to take the hand here, rotate it. You want to rotate it like this, and then rotate it up like that, and it's going to look like that. So again, rotate the hand inward 90 degrees, and then rotate it up, bring it up in the socket for the ball joint. And then the arms, what you want to do is you'll want to bring them in, and there's a little slot here, which will go over this tab right here on the arms, and line that all up, and you kind of have to clear the waist piece as well. Get that all lined up, and it should just, you know, line up and kind of form the sides of the truck and doors and I guess and whatnot. Now down here, what you want to do is you want to rotate the feet up like this on the legs, and then you go ahead and tab everything together down here. The feet will tab together and the legs will tab together like so. I'll tab together and then rotate them up and around like this, and they'll come down, and there's tabs on the legs which will also kind of go underneath in the, like, into the arms, I guess, like so. And once you got it all squared away, you got a rock truck. You can also take the axe here, and this will also integrate. There's tabs on the axe will go into the slots right here. And there you go. There is Magneous in his truck mode. And yeah, it's actually kind of a neat looking truck. Again, it's all gray and craggly and stuff like a rock would be, but it's kind of a neat looking truck. There is some color mismatching, but, you know, I kind of think that's intentional because of, you know, how it's designed and everything. He's got a nice little, like, bumper and grill right there. He's got, again, the windows and stuff with bits of silver picking him out, whatnot. And yeah, he's pretty good looking overall. He's got his wheels, which do roll pretty well. He's got kind of a bit low ground clearance, but hey, you have to kind of watch it with the arms sometimes. They don't always tab in all the way, but you know, he rolls pretty decently. There you go. It's just it's a nice little truck. The transformation itself is pretty simple, but, you know, also pretty clever, I would say. Also, you can do this. I believe you can rotate this around, that head platform around, or maybe not. You can also do this. Have a head right there. Yeah, just yeah, it's just a pretty neat little thing. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to it. It's a gray rock truck. It, you know, kind of, I guess, you know, is this the Flintstones type of thing? Yeah. As comparison stuff, again, here's Boulder Crash, which I would say is maybe, I guess, mostly in scale. Kind of. It's that thing of, like, I don't know how big this would be compared. Yeah, maybe a little big for what it is, but yeah, there's that. And here's Earthrise Optimus again, which, yeah, scale here is a little, it's close-ish. It's, again, that mushiness of, it'll kind of work at a glance, I guess. So there you go on that. Now, of course, this guy's an armorizer, which means he can come apart and do things and whatnot. So one of the first things actually is you can do something specific, which is taking you can take the axe off here and then take the feet off. Feet and yeah, feet and leg bits off, and well, now you have a truck bed for one, so you can put stuff back there. But also, if you separate these apart, There's been also, thankfully, if you get confused, there's a little writing on the inside of the feet that will tell you which side it goes on. So there's BR and BL. So hey. But with the axe here, see these tabs up top here. There's little things right here, and you can take these and take those and put those on top of the axe. And now you have, I guess, on a pickaxe, yeah, pickaxe here. Now you have a big old hammer thing. And this right here can actually plug into the front here. There's a peg hole right here on the front, and this can plug in and I guess become a bit of a battering ram. So that's pretty cool. That's the first step. But yeah, that's one of the first things to do is you want to go ahead and untap all this. And this is one of the weapons you can make. So I'm just going to leave that like that. But that's one of the parts of the armorizer. You can also take the arms off. Yeah, so unpeg those from here, and you can leave that. And yeah, unpeg the arms and leave those like that. Unpeg that, and then you can also take these bits off on the back too, right here. Take all that stuff off, and you're left with this thing as kind of a leftover. There's really not much you can do with this thing. It's one of those, unfortunately, there's this big old leftover chunk of robot just kind of chilling. There's not really much you can do with this at all, except just kind of, I guess, convert it back to robot and just, you know, have them. I mean, actually, yeah, most part, yeah, it's like, particularly if you take these things off, you just have just kind of a two-wheeled sled thing over there. But with these parts, you can attach them to a robot of some sort. I don't know. Yeah, I know. He's coming, don't worry. This one will be later, but yeah, just a little preview. But yeah, you can, you know, attach the vehicle bits, like, you know, however you like, to different parts of him. Just kind of get those attached like that. Bits of armor, I guess. You know, have the shield. Just kind of peg that on right here or something. The arms, what was it? Oh, yeah, I believe, yeah, these come off too, was the thing. Yeah, those can come off and also come, like, peg on the arms. Just forgot about that. Yeah, these bits on the arms can come off and, like, peg on. Kind of become, I guess, bits of armor. These can, how was it they wanted you to do? They wanted you to, it's rotation. So, yeah, I think it was this. Or was it the other way? Yeah, they wanted you to, like, peg these on to the, I think it was this way, yeah. Peg them on to, like, the bits there. And just peg those on, like, as armor as well. Then you go, of course, you can have the whole thing where it's like, fortunately with him, you're going to have to do a little bit, but yeah. Kind of, he can't really hold this very well. Unfortunately, yeah, this thing he can't really hold because it's just the way he's designed. But you can still give him the hammer thing. Yeah. Well, maybe if you can kind of get him to hold it a little bit, maybe, sort of. Yeah, you can kind of get him to hold it, but yeah, not particularly well. But you get the idea. So yeah, you can do the whole armorizer thing. All that stuff, armor them up, however you want to do it. You know, do whatever you want with the arms. Give someone, I guess, a second pair of. Yeah, that's one thing you can do. Yeah, you know, you can do the whole, like, you know, give them as a whole another pair of arms here, and yeah, just give them a second pair of arms to. Plug in. Yeah, give him like a second pair of arms to, like, do things with this if you want. What have you. You can do all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it's just, if we can, yeah, this doesn't want to pig in for some reason. There we go. Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff with these and just kind of peg things in however you see fit. However you want to do things. So you got options, and, you know, that's pretty cool. You know, again, use your imagination however you want, but do all sorts of things. And unfortunately, you just kind of have this kind of chilling out. There's really not much you can do with this thing right here. Again, you kind of have really more or less a shell of a robot mode just kind of chilling out here. But yeah, it's really not really not much else you can do there. But it's, as a whole, it's actually a pretty good, cool one. it's depending on how how you use your imagination and stuff. You can get some pretty cool things going. But yeah, it's just going to be like I think that's one of the things that's going to be like how well this works for you is going to depend on how well you can imagine stuff using him. But as a whole, as a standalone figure, it's actually pretty nice. Also, I would say that. As a standalone figure, he's also pretty nice, but he's kind of got some nice armorizer things going on. He does actually look like armor, the whole armorizer thing. You could do some inventive ideas and whatnot, but yeah, it's just pretty cool overall. I just think it's pretty nice. Yeah, the one thing that might just kind of get at people is just the whole Rock Lord homage thing might put some people off. Plus, he's very gray, and that might put some people off. But he's actually a pretty nice little robot. He's got a kind of simple transformation, but he's got a good robot. The truck is surprisingly good. I wasn't sure about it until I got it in hand. It's actually a pretty good truck, and the armorizer thing works pretty well. So there you go. It's a pretty solid figure. I would say go ahead and pick him up if you're interested. So there you go. I said there you go again. I hope you found this review informative or entertaining. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my social medias down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee Man Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.